Las Vegas Raiders have been arguably one of the more disappointing teams this year. And you know why I can say that? Because I'm a fan. You see the hat? Yeah. Also, my Vikings also lost this last week. So, yeah, not a good week for Colton. Needed the pick-me-ups, didn't get them. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, the Las Vegas Raiders, yeah, they have not looked good. You talk about now with the current loss, or the latest loss, to I was blanking there for a second, the Rams. It's almost like the Rams wanted to lose that game, but then Baker Mayfield just drives 98 yards for a touchdown. I apologize. Yeah, it is what it is. The Raiders 5-8, currently in third place in the AFC West. The Chargers, took a game, and now it's one of those things where, I mean, the margin for error is so small, it's an armpit hair. Basically, that's what it's that big. It's that big. And if, honestly, the Raiders do slip up, I'm afraid that their playoff chances probably do slip out of their fingers as well. So they've got 4 more games throughout the rest of this season. And if you ask me, I think that this is very winnable. Like some of these, I definitely think that you could go out and get. So you got the Patriots on Sunday, which, I mean, you're going against the Patriots a week before Christmas. I think that something can happen, and you can make something happen against the Patriots. Yes, all of the Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler revenge game narratives and all those kind of things. Yes, and then you got the Steelers, who, yes, I mean, they look great. The 49ers, who look hot. They look red hot right now. I'm really surprised to see Brock Purdy is playing as well as he did. In fact, I think that they've got their quarterback, as we outlined in the video before this. But you also got the Chiefs there to finish out the season. And it's the thing where, before the season, Derek Carr and company, quite a few players, including, as Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller, and Carr, obviously all got contract extensions and all that. And it was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of one of those things where you look at it and you're a little worried because, yes, you're banking on a guy that has never led this team to a place where you can confidently say that maybe you can justify, $40 million a year. But hey, here's what it is, the cut and dry. So he's completed 62% of his passes for over 3,100 yard passings. Wow, 3,100 passing yards this year, 20 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and all of the things in between. And yes, if you just look at stats, that hasn't been bad. If you just watch any of the games, it's been awful. Like, yeah, the Derek Carr of old, the guy that's led all those touchdown drives, all those game-winning drives. I mean, it's just yes. And I know the defense is a little bit to blame, allowing the Rams to go 98 yards for the touchdown, but Derek Carr also hasn't been getting it done. But enter in possibly one of the better timely written articles that I think anybody could have possibly done. This is done by Michael Ganidi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. This is courtesy of Spotrac. So I'm going to bring it up here in just a second. Here we go. So he's talking about the stability of the 2023 Raiders. Yes. So as we mentioned, Derek Carr did get that 3-year, $125.5 million extension. Yes. So here we go. So the Raiders locked in 5 players to contract extensions this offseason to the tune of $439 million in total value. Of that, $227 million is considered to be practically guaranteed, with $108 fully guaranteed at signing. By the way, I'll leave this link down in the description. If we dive even deeper, we learn that the 2023 season isn't guaranteed for any of these new contracts. So hey, Dave Ziegler doing some good things here for the Raiders potentially. So with Las Vegas's season floundering, the hot stove will soon be full of future predictions for the state of this roster going forward. How safe are these 5 contracts heading towards? So they mentioned Derek Carr. Carr's latest extension carries $65.2 million of potential guarantees, but only $25 million at signing. That's his compensation for this year. This is a contract to watch in the coming months, as it truly can be a 1-year, $25 million deal in its simplest form. If he's healthy, the Raiders can release Carr before February 15th, owing him no additional salary while taking on a measly $5.6 million in dead cap. And you had to know, this is exactly what the Raiders wanted to do. This was, hey, we got you some weapons, we got you an offensive line, and we think you can get the job done. The defense, we feel like, didn't lose a lot of pieces. In fact, you added Bilo Nichols. Yes, Malcolm Koonce, you're hoping he's going to step up. You got Nate Hobbs, you got Divine Diablo, all those guys. And yes, it hasn't gone according to plan. Also, you re-signed Max Crosby and all that. You love to see it, as well as bring back Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow. But you are basically guaranteeing this man 1 year. And if this has been any indication, if his performance has been an indication, I would not bet on him coming back. And I think it's unfortunate because I think he can be a very good stopgap quarterback, but unfortunately in the NFL, there's tiers of quarterbacks that have led their teams to Super Bowls that have been really close, and teams that have, and quarterbacks that haven't done it. I think Derek Carr kind of falls in the middle of that category to a degree, also probably in the latter category. So I think we could be potentially seeing the last of Derek Carr in Las Vegas. I definitely think that's a possibility, especially when you consider the fact that yes, so all of his $40 million, could be guaranteed if he's brought back after that date. So, excuse me. So $33 million, and then $7 million of his $7.5 million of his 24 extension, or excuse me, his money that he'll get in that year are guaranteed. So, I mean, you're talking about a quarterback that's roughly, worth, or they say the contract stipulates later on $40 million plus. I don't think Derek Carr's earned that, and I think especially with his play this year, it could be up in question. I think it's unfortunate because I've liked Derek Carr for a while now, but at the same time, Dave Ziegler didn't draft him. You've got Josh McDaniels, who did not draft him either. And quite honestly, you have this whole team that has been built on for this 1 year, go and prove it type deal, and it hasn't worked out. So I definitely think it's a possibility the team could move on from Derek Carr. I wouldn't like to see it, but overall, the NFL is a business of, hey, what have you done for me lately? And I think Derek Carr could be one of the odd men out for the Las Vegas Raiders in 2023. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms and the link for that article. Don't worry, we'll make sure to put it down there as well. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think if this is Derek Carr's last season with the Raiders.